So hilarious. I really don't particularly feel like going live, but hello. My lighting and everything, whatever's supposed to look professional, looks terrible. Now this, atop my head, is what you would call a Jufro. I'm pretty fascinated with how it looks. I could get a fade tomorrow, but oh, what wonders does life bring? Today was fantastic, and I used to, when I was very active on the channel, I used to tell stories. Most importantly, I used to tell stories about, like, modern day, what's going on, right? Damn, I look like a wild man. I look like the Geico caveman. So, I'm going to tell a story, without a care in the world, about a guy who has been coming to the store I work in for, well, almost every day for the past 3 to 4 months. And what this man did, oh, YouTube, your algorithm, how can I say this without getting you to block me or shadow ban me? This total tard, he shows up today. Alright, let me paint a perspective. You're going to hear a tale of having your life threatened, and I guess what would you do in these circumstances? Hello to any of the shadow bushwhackers. Apologies for the unkempt Jufro. There's so much more to talk about. I worked 10 days in a row to have those this weekend, but today, let's see. All right, I gotta like this one. So I get to work at 4:30 p.m. I get there. The first thing, the thing I hate the most about a job like the one I do, okay, yes, I work at a liquor store. I have no shame about that. What's amazing to me is people on YouTube that try to shame you for having a job. LOL, ha ha ha. You know, you're sitting there in mommy's basement trolling for a living and you're making fun of how I make my bread. Anyway, I digress, and that's not a term I like to use often. So I go in, and this dude who I know, we're gonna give this dude. Year in a yep. You know what? If I could read that, I'd happily say it. I can't, dirt slinger. So this dude, we're gonna call him. You know what? We're gonna give him his fucking real name. His name is Mario, and his butt plug brother Luigi was nowhere to be found. But here's what Mario did that could have gotten him 5 years in prison. We're gonna pause on that. So, I work at a job that requires one to be armed, just in case. It's not something that you flash. You don't advertise it. In Florida, you're in a state, DeSantis, he has it, so you don't need a permit, okay? There's a lot of debate regarding that, and I'm not here to have that debate. I am a fan of people not having to pay an extra $200 to $400 to the government to go ahead and get their permit to have their own, right to the Second Amendment. So, with that being said, Mario comes over with his, 2D ass, and I'm still waking up. I was up till 8, 9 a.m. in the morning prior. He throws a bunch of lotto scratch-off tickets at my counter. And he's like, just treat me like a punk. Go ahead and do this, give me my money. And this was not professional. This is also at a family owned business, not a corporation. I left a corporation behind so I could work at this place that I've worked at before. And when I see it, I said, all right, give me a moment. I'm trying to scan so he could get paid. Scanner's not working. He keeps talking. He's talking to me nonstop for like 30 minutes. All, insults to some degree. So, what is my very, very courageous ass do? I say STFU. Like, bold face. I just say, dude, shut the F up. And he decides, hello, here, this is special to me. I know, it's freaking, what, 5, 6 in the morning? I've lost track. But you're all gonna hear how people almost lost their lives today. So, Harini Sanju, hello? Bubblegum Betty, I'm having a great morning. It's that's what it is right now. I'm in Florida. What's going on? Can I get a quick yeah, the sum down, as you say, is this. So I'm at my job. I arrive. I had to wake up very, very late. I'm there with 30 minutes of waking up. I'm drinking a Red Bull. The guy throws his stack of lotto at me. I'm skinning the lotto, and he keeps talking and berating me, and I say STFU, and all of a sudden he snaps. It's like he went red. He went PTSD Vietnam style, and he's like, "What'd you say?" And I really was not fully understanding how deep this was when I just said shut up. So he begins threatening my life and saying that, what did you say? Say it again. I say it again. He says, say it again. I say it a third time. And he charges in behind the counter. And I have a friend there who is working the day shift. He jumps in the middle of us. And so this big boy Mario pushes us both into these bottles. All right, he pushes through my homeboy, who knocks into me, and I knock into these bottles. Nothing falls. Then there's back and forth, and he keeps trying to want to scare me, and I'm just not scared. This might be sad. This might be pitiful. I guess this is in the eye of the beholder. I don't care. I like an adrenaline rush. I like endorphins. I want to jump out of planes. I want to risk my life. I want to do things that make me feel like I'm living, like I'm alive. So he keeps threatening my life, and it's just not doing it for me, you know? I'd imagine. It's like, two partners or something, and the other one's just not feeling like, yeah, no, not today. I mean, that was a stretch there, but I'm like, bro, whatever you're doing right now, it's not working. This seemed to irritate him, so he said, and he knows that I carry a firearm with me at all times. He said, wait here 1 moment. I'm coming back. I said, do whatever the hell you want to do. I got two bosses that are telling them just stay away. I got friends. I had a customer say, oh, hell no. I'm out of here. And, imagine being a Janny Clips. You get the Wings of Redemption head thumbnail right there. So, he returns with his gat, with his piece. And I guess he thought that was going to be the end all and the creation of my fear. This is like the fourth time I've had an iron pointed at me or flashed at me, and I just don't react. I don't care. I don't. I didn't feel any viable threat. I did not truly believe, which is maybe an ignorant and stupid thing, that he was going to do anything. He flashed the handle piece tucked in his waistband at me, and I was just like, okay, now what's the next step? And I never go for my piece. I never touch it. I never threaten anything. I'm just going along with the so-called punches here. And, yeah, he says he's gonna just, pew-pew me down. I said, well, that's mighty unfortunate that you think me telling you to shut up is what it takes. And my bosses pull him out and threaten to ban him. I don't know what's true or not here, because the truth is always stretched. One of my bosses who's been here for 30 years is like, dude, there's an FBI agent that I know that's outside. You better get. So this dude, Mario, Obviously, his homeboy Luigi was not there to take care of him. He he leaves, but he's screaming bloody murder. Never once did I go for my piece. Never once did I threaten to escalate. Never once did I try to be a tough guy. I was like, dude, what are you doing? Is this what you want to do today? Is this really worth it to you? Apparently it was. He really wanted to end me. So that was fun. That was, no, hell no. Look, I worked at a corporation prior to the job I'm at now. Prior to the corporation, I worked at this very job I'm talking about. I went back to this job because we actually have the freedom to defend ourselves. Unlike the corporation I was at, where you're supposed to tuck your tail and let them do whatever they want to you, whether it's a beating. The corporate here, let me actually name drop Publix. They used to say, if you get robbed, if you get hit, you're only allowed to defend yourself by hitting them equal amount to the times they hit you. So if this moron would have punched me in the face, I would have had to have punched him in the face once and no more, and not harder. If this were Publix, I would have been fired and sued. So, after so many attempts of him trying to get in and restart the beef, I was like, where's the pork chop, bro? He was kind of dragged out, and I just went about my day, being oh so pleasant to every customer, and selling booze for the holidays. Merry Christmas, ho ho ho. This is just a day in the life of, I guess, doing the job you got to do. Not necessarily the one you want to do, but the ones you got to do. I worked 9 days in a row, about 10 to 12-hour shifts. And I wasn't going to have this Mario ruin it for me unless he, we all know how Mario can end a beef quick. He just jumps and you hear the little doot and lands on top of my head and I go down like a Goomba. That didn't happen. So he left and 6 hours later he came by trying to play nice. He was like, you can't talk to people like that. And I said, you threatened my life. I'm never gonna talk to you again. If you want to be served, I'll serve you. But we're not talking. And he seemed to feel bad. He was also intoxicated. What's to happen after this? I don't know. But that was my day today. So that's fun little story time. I'm 16 and do pretty much the same because, whoa, hold on. May I ask you, how do I say your name? I have questions, okay? Deshawn? Is that Deshawn? Okay, you not gonna do, what am I not gonna do? And I am chill, I promise. I didn't do anything. I didn't, do anything to make this more aggressive than it was. All the aggression was on the other side. But, Deshawn, okay. So you're 16 years old. Well, you wouldn't be in a liquor store, for one. Secondly, I would hope you wouldn't go begging somebody to take out a weapon that is something that can end and change lives forever. I had no intention of going away for that. Somebody told me that I could have said I feared for my life and gone forward with this, but I just wasn't afraid. Maybe that's something wrong with me. I don't know. I just wasn't afraid. I was bored, and the yelling and the shouting. The most entertaining part was the innocent customer that was like, "Oh hell no, I'm getting out of here," and ran like a motherfucker, like she was Blue and Blue's Clues looking for a clue somewhere outside. Okay, ran, and that was that. So fast forward, that's all past me. Clearly, I'm still alive. Let's see what happens in the future. Got a few days left. I got some family time. I'm grateful. I'm happy. I on this very channel, if you find yourself here, I want to thank you because what I have worked out is My old friend Josh from the show I used to do prior to this channel. Yes, this channel is from 2008. I never made it with an intention to do something. So there was one salty comment, and I am gonna do a live stream where I read some of these comments where people just, I guess, wanna try to trigger people, and it just brings me a little like Pillsbury Doughboy kind of tickle, like, um, none of the intimidations worked, and I've been watching recently Candace Owens. So I'm hoping on Monday, this coming Monday, maybe this weekend, Candace Owens has been doing some craziness. Oh, bro is like 40 and telling his life story. Hi, Ellie. I'm like 40 and is this my life story? What happened today? Is that my life story? Well, if it is, I guess, wow, that's a lot of living in a 24-hour span. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud. Aside from that, though, Candace Owens with her whole, what was it, the U.S. Liberty about Israel attacking the United States, and I've reached out to CanCon, I've reached out to Josh, I've reached out to a bunch of other people because I want to talk to them about what they think, what their opinion is about Israel attacking United States soldiers. And apparently, official reports have clarified that the Israelis, back during the days of Lyndon Johnson, unalived 1,200 sailors. 90 survivors have been trying to tell the story and get out in the public. Candace Owens has brought this to the forefront. It's amazing. Nobody knows what this story is about or that it even happened, which I find crazy odd, but you gotta be a fool to trust your government or any government for that matter. Um, with that being said, though, I do want to have an open panel conversation link posted at the top. Everybody can click on and join in the fray. Is Candace Owens just like an anti-Semite, or is she somebody that just wants to speak the truth and let the consequences of the truth just drop on our lap so we can discuss it like civil adults? I really don't know. One thing I'll hold against Candace Owens, by the way, I know I've jumped from one thing to another. She claims to this day she's never benefited from racism, right? I'm a Candace Owens fan. Let me make that clear. She said never benefited from racism. However, she did sue her high school with the NAACP because she believed that she was that the school was racist towards her, and she won a settlement. So there's hypocrisy there. I know she's got a beef with Ben Shapiro. I know she's got a beef with the Daily Wire. So again, I'm just really, really curious to see what everybody has to say, given the ability to talk about this insane situation and to talk about what really happened there. If you want to hear something alarming, something that kind of scare me, this is a quote that I have not been able to clarify 100%, but this is the quote nonetheless. Lyndon Johnson, he said that he would rather, because the soldiers that were being murked by the Israeli military and navy, again, we lost 1,200 American lives in this conflict. Apparently, the quote is this, and we're going to find out in real time if it's true or not. I'd rather a few American, and this is the quote, I'd rather a few American sailors no longer live than embarrass our allies, Israel. That's alarming to me. I'm invested in this. Alright, on my father's side, I am of Jewish heritage, but you are not considered or accepted Jewish if you have if you're born of a Jewish father, you have to have the blood of a Jewish mother. So I've always been kind of a black sheep. I've never been accepted on the Jewish side, or I went Catholic and then Christian and everywhere above and in between. I don't know, but I know what I know is this: I'm looking forward to the next couple of days, and I'm hoping for those of you that see this or see my little TikTok posts about this topic, which is the USS Liberty. 1,200 American sailors destroyed, ended by Israelis that were allegedly maybe spying. We don't know. I don't know. Go ahead and watch Candace Owens' video that's called A Personal Message. And then she made a video after that called I Won, and she celebrates being called the #1 anti Semite. All I want, I don't care about who wins what. All I want is the truth. And if you have the same inspiration for the truth, I hope to see you when this live stream does occur. And there's more stuff with that creepy ass mofo Schoolboy 9 on Instagram that's messing with all the kids and all that. The people have been kind of trolling him, and he's doing all that crazy crackheaded creepy stuff. Go ahead and Google Schoolboy 9 and you'll see what I'm saying. And these are all the things that are open up to the table if you want to have a conversation. And that's it for now. I'm going to kill the stream. Thanks for being a sport and sticking around. There's a lot of you I haven't seen, and I miss a lot of you. I do miss a lot of you. I've been wanting to stream, video game stream, but for me personally, it's when there's a topic that's so big, I can't ignore it. And with the Candace Owens issue, I can't ignore it, and I need more facts. So, if you feel you have something to bring to the table, progressivepatriot44@gmail.com. Discord, I'm good, thanks. That's I'm good THX. Or just join me Saturday, Sunday, Monday, one of the three, and we'll see what happens from there. Okay? Yeah, Deshaun, thanks for joining. Your age is a concern, I ain't gonna lie. But regardless, I'm glad you're interested. And that shows that you at least have a gusto for the truth. Good night. One and all. I'm gonna have a cigarette. Don't smoke cigarettes. Good night.